Hey, I am trying something new. This is me stepping out of my comfort zone. I hope you guys can join, whomever will join. I appreciate it. Whomever did not have the time to join, I also appreciate it. Hopefully, you can go back in and watch this later. But I have been doing a 10 days posting, and it has been on Facebook because I recorded and I posted on Facebook after I recorded it. But I wanted to try this today. I wanted to try this right here new so that I could get a little more comfortable going live. I very, very rarely go live. So I'm going to try this today. So my message today is on comparison. So I know there was a time when I used to just look at others and just not realizing how much comparison was stealing from me. When I would scroll through someone else's accomplishments, or I would watch someone else moving at a pace that I thought I should be on, before I knew it, I was measuring my worth against someone else's highlighted reel. And I know we've all done that, but you know what? It's draining, and it just drained my joy. It drained the joy right out of me. So I want to say welcome to my day 7. If you want to watch day 1 through 6, you can watch it on my Facebook channel, and that's Rhoda dot ask you at transformational journeys, or ask you dot rhoda at transformational journeys. But what was happening when I was comparing myself to other, I started to lose sight of my own growth, the shifts that God was making in me, the healing and the courage that it took me to do what he needed me to do. I was losing sight in that. So I overlooked my own gifts because I was too busy looking at everybody else's. But the moment I turned my attention back to my own path, everything changed. I noticed the movement in my steps. I even noticed the movement in the smaller ones. I just started celebrating my own lessons, my victories, and my own pace that God had me on. And what I found was I found my joy in all of that, knowing that God needed me to move forward, not in comparison, but in the appreciation of what He was doing for me and honoring the journey that He has me on. One step, one lesson, and one victory at a time, and not on someone else's journey. Comparison drains you, it drains you of your joy. So the moment you stop, no, the moment that you start measuring your worth against someone else's highlighted reels, you just start losing sight of your growth, of the gifts that He's given you to accomplish the purpose that He needs you to accomplish, the reason that He created you. So you're not behind on you're not on someone else's pace. You need to be on your own pace, the pace that He has you on. Let's look at the parable, the parable of the 10 talents. In that parable, Jesus, he talks about a man who provided servants with different amounts of talents. Each servant received a different amount, not to compete with one another, but to steward them um, the way that the man gave them to them. He didn't tell them to go out and increase yours over here, his, and I will celebrate you more. What the man did was he didn't compare them. He didn't compare them to each other. He celebrated their faithfulness, not their quantity. The one who used what he had, even if it seemed small, heard the same words of joy and approval from that man. In that parable of the talents, every servant received like I said, a varying sum, yet was required to make wise use of their resources. That's what the man was looking for. He wasn't looking to, like I said before, celebrate one over the other because one accomplished more with his than the other one did. He gave them to them so that they could accomplish what they were going to accomplish with them. But even with that said, joy, it just fades the moment you start measuring your life against someone else's. Your path was never meant to look like theirs, and their gifts were never meant to replace yours. So stay rooted in what God placed in your hands, and you will find joy just growing right where you are. Focus on your own journey rather than comparing yourself to others. So, your challenge for today is to reflect on your own talents. What are you proud of? Just list three things, just three talents that you have and how you can use them more in your daily life. Share them in the comments if you like, but just remember yours, not someone else's. So, God, thank you. Thank you for giving us our own unique journeys. Thank you for helping us to focus on our gifts and to resist trying to compare ourselves with someone else's gifts that you've provided them with. And we bless your name. We bless your holy name in Jesus Christ. Amen. Like I said, if you want to see days 1 through 6, you can view those on my Facebook page or my Instagram page. And it's asku.rhoda at Transformational Journeys, or the other one is rhoda.asku at Transformational Journeys. Either one of those pages, you'll be able to view day 1 through 6. See ya. Bye. Thanks for joining. Hmm.